Tuesday, August 13th, 2025. First day of school, 6 p.m. here at Frederick School in the Falcon Room. Call to order. Roll call, please.
Mack.
Here.
Braden, absent. Nash, absent. Halverson.
Here.
Hune.
Here.
Miller, absent. And Weedman.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Please join me for the pledge. Okay, thank you. I need a motion to approve this evening's agenda to get us started, please.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay.
Mack.
Aye.
Halverson.
Aye.
Weedman.
Aye.
Hune.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. I don't believe we have any public comments since I walked in. Okay, so we're going to hand it over to Performance Services for the solar power energy update. Good evening.
One, huh? There we go. Thank you again for having me. For those that don't know, my name is Kurt Hintz. I'm the Business Development Manager for Illinois for Performance Services. I recognize a lot of faces and see some new ones as well. So even hair color change threw me off for a second. So Chris has been asking me for a while to get this going, and it takes our internal team, because they're not looking on a daily basis, a little bit of time to gather information. So I know we had talked about doing this once before. Appreciate you waiting until towards the end of August so we could have enough time to make sure we got you the information and kind of see where things are at. Let's see if this thing is working. Okay. Pointing it towards you. Got it. Perfect. All right. So again, 4 schools. Recap the system sizes. We were, 2.3 megawatts, which is an absolutely awesome between the 4 buildings. Still one of the largest school installations, which is great. And I think what we'll see. There's some things to explain, but overall, we're still very positive where the solar's been at. No. Okay. So we've had over $200,000 again cost reduction in your utility bills. I believe you guys are one of the districts as well that had a spike, and the best thing about solar when you have a spike is you don't feel the pain because you're already producing solar at the higher rate. So if you didn't have solar, it would have been a much bigger impact to the budget. So obviously that's really, really positive. With production again, almost to 1.9 kWh, which is huge. So. Frederick was good, middle school was good, Park was good. We had some issues at Prairie View, and because it's such a large system, it brought the overall production down. We'll get into kind of what those are. It's manufacturing, it's an inverter issue. We've replaced a lot, working with Jose to continue to replace them, but we'll get into a little bit more of that. But even with Prairie View down, the system still were able to produce what we expected them to as a whole for all 4 buildings. It would have been, we would have well exceeded the numbers this year if Prairie View was firing at all cylinders. So the next one, please. This just kind of shows you based on the base rate and where everything's at, and then how much your usage is down from putting in the solar. So again, 28% reduction in electric costs is a huge reduction of fixed costs for the district that Chris can earmark to somebody else now. So. Yep, you can. This just shows what some of the weather, again, we had a lot of clouds. We had some snow. Everybody remembers the crazy winter we had. But overall, when the system is working, we're out producing what we expect. So it's obviously, can't do much about the weather, but when the system is working properly, it's working and doing what we need to. So June, July, those were really good months. This is going to kind of be your breakdown of where we're at with some of the numbers. So we are above and beyond what we thought in demand. And just so everyone knows, your demand charges just shift to a different day. So everybody has a peak demand charge, and that's when you pay a premium for having the cost of electricity. Because you're producing solar on the hottest, sunniest days of the year, your peak demand day shifts to a different day. Because of that, your rate you pay for that demand is way less. So it was hard, and still is hard, even at this point. We don't put a lot of demand savings into the projects, so it's hard to predict. But this is a great example to show you that you went well above and beyond what we thought you might even get because you shifted demand days. So that made up for some of the other, obviously, production issues, especially at Prairie View, which was down with having a lot of inverter issues this year. Again, over $200,000 in savings, which was about almost, again, 98% of what we predicted the savings would be. So how we got there, a little different than how we thought we would, but overall, we're getting to the savings numbers that were expected for the district. So. This is just a little snapshot of your lifetime. So you've benefited almost $4 million of savings between energy and the ComEd rebate and the SREC income that you received. You've maxed out your SRECs, so you've collected all those, so great job on that. You still have to produce solar and continue to produce solar before you make any switches to the system. But in this case, you've maximized what you were allowed to by ComEd, which is huge. And again, a couple $100,000 or more every year is money that's coming right back to the district, and you don't really have to do a whole lot with the system. 28% reduction in annual electricity, I just want to stress, is a huge number. And that's a real number. That was a fixed loss cost for the district every year. So having a 30% reduction in that is great. And then, the tonnage and different things like that, just some stuff for you guys to see what you're offsetting. As far as the inverter goes, so I was actually able to get Chris some more information right before this meeting, he and Jose. He's like a solar guru. His name is George. He basically is the one that's out there spearheading issues and problems. The problem is we don't know what we don't know. So we didn't know so many inverters were down as long as they were, unless somebody lets us know. Jose and George are working great together, and they have a relationship from previous district that Jose was at. So he's familiar with George. George was able to replace a couple inverters, and they actually got, those are all covered under warranty. There's 5 or 6 more that were replaced with parts, also covered under warranty. There's some more that need to be replaced that they're aware of and that they're working through. I believe you guys have hired Altoff as well, who is one of our installing companies, to do some O&M and some service, and they can help in this regard as well. But the positive is that Solar Edge, which was the inverter company we're using, is standing by their warranty program. They know that there were some issues that they've had in some of these, and so they're actually put together kind of a rebate program that will they're going to try to make up as much as they can for the differences and losses that the districts have. So I've given Chris information. Altoff is aware of this as well. This is something that the district can continue to work through. We don't monitor it on a daily basis. We're not set up for that. But if there's more issues, the portal's still active. Jose knows and Chris know how to get a hold of us at any point, and we'll make sure that these things get fixed. We want Prairie View back to where it was previously, which was one of the highest performing buildings. Overall, again, I want to say that the system has been doing a great job. Was a great installation and still, knock on wood, will continue that way. These inverter issues are on-site, like installation thing. It wasn't even installation. It's just component parts in this electrical piece of equipment, which unfortunately for solar is a huge factor. That's what converts the power from DC to AC, which is what you need to take care of your credits and rebate money from ComEd. So I know that he's been out here quite a bit, and again, George is somebody that we can rely on. He doesn't even really charge you guys for coming out. This is just something that he wants to help you guys take care of. So questions, I know you're gonna have some, so please.
Is the inverter problem at Prairie View something we should expect at the other locations?
We haven't seen it yet. They have been checking them. We're obviously going to keep monitoring it, and now that we know what to look for, we'll look for it more. I will say that there are other inverters that were used on previous projects at other districts that have had way more projects. This is the first big problem of any kind that we've had with this inverter. So it was somewhat of a shock even to hear that there were inverter problems because we hadn't seen it. So the fact that we have George on it, Althoff, Jose, is a positive.
Okay.
Can't say for sure, but again, we're watching it, and now we know more to look forward to. Look for, I should say.
You said that at the beginning, you mentioned the 2.35 megawatt.
Yes.
Is that you said that's higher than you normally see in other installations, or it's
still one of the largest, yes.
well, in the county or just
Oh, definitely in the county. I mean,
Yeah.
Grays Lake High School is doing theirs was about the same size, but now they're adding in a second ground mount. So
Ground mount.
they're going to be back to the largest. Warren had a 2.7 megawatt, which was
those are all those
huge
ground
one.
mounted
But
ones.
it's
Yeah.
large ground mounts. You
Yeah.
had a combination of both. Grays Lake
Yeah.
High School has a combination of both. I'm saying you're still one of the largest in the state of Illinois.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, we're not counting some of the community solar things because those are looked at completely different. But
Yeah.
for a one district, you're right up there.
That's good. Other questions? No? Okay, thank you.
No, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Good to see everybody.
All right. That brings us to the board reports section of our agenda. I can start down this way this time with Mrs. Hune.
I just wanted to welcome everybody back to a new school year. I'm looking forward to being part of the process right from the start.
Thank you. Mrs. Halverson?
I will second Mrs. Hune's comments. Welcome back, everybody, and looking forward to a good year.
Mr. Weedman?
Am I allowed to say ditto?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Just remember for those that are driving through the subdivisions to watch for the kids at the bus stops. Don't want any accidents this year.
Well, I might as well wrap it up and just welcome back everybody as well for the first day of school. I enjoyed being the only time that I've been able to come to the opening event with the teachers and the staff. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. So it was really nice. That probably won't happen again because normally I should be starting at the same time, and we'll go back to that next week and next year. But it was really, really nice to be there and see everybody and have a chance to listen to everybody. And so welcome back and have a wonderful year. And I will hand it over to Dr. Glickman for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Mack. Well, I don't want to bury the lead, so as we know, indeed, it was the first day of school today. We'll talk about that in a moment. We're going to kind of go chronologically with some events that we've had recently, so I'll hand this over to Mrs. Gluck to talk about new staff orientation.
Thanks. So good evening. We did have new staff orientation last week. We had approximately 40 new certified staff members that attended. We held it for 3 days, and really the overall theme was just setting the stage for success. Our staff worked really hard to be able to prepare for it and support it. I want to thank Jamie Parker, our teacher on special assignment, who helped to prepare that and have everything ready down to every detail. as well as our instructional coaches who came on Wednesday last week to provide differentiated support for staff and help them get ready to walk into their buildings and be with students today. And then also the mentors. Our mentors came on day one and helped to provide just some additional support one-on-one, not only here at Frederick, which is where we met, but also when they went back to their buildings for the afternoon. So it was a great 3 days, and I think set everyone up to be able to be prepared for today.
Indeed it did. That was followed by 2 institute days. Day 1 was at the schools, and it started with preparation time and the new student supply drop-off event, which we've gotten some really nice feedback on, and then having building meetings. And then day 2, we began, as Dr. Mack mentioned, all together. Over at Park Campus, we had a keynote speaker, Mr. Robert Hinchliff. He's a principal and author. He spoke a lot about focus. His focus was on relationships and about seeing the perspectives of other people. Thank you very much, Dr. Mack, for a very moving welcome speech. I actually had some staff members who didn't know you comment about that today. So it was really wonderful. And the afternoon was divided into many different professional development opportunities and meetings so that all of our staff members were scheduled into something that would be meaningful for their work. Thank you so much to Ms. Gluck for the incredible organization that got that going, along with bringing our keynote speaker to us. There was a lot of professional development regarding our new math resources, so many of our classroom teachers were scheduled into learning more about that. I had the pleasure of spending most of my afternoon with Amber Bogren, our new Director of Multilingual Services. Hi, Amber. And the Multilingual Department talking about the year ahead, and there was just a really high level of excitement in the room. And all of that led to today, which was indeed the first day of school. It was truly spectacular. The weather cooperated after such a spate of high temperatures. Today was, was quite warm, but reasonable. The air conditioning was working. I shouldn't even say it out loud, but the end of the day, I looked at someone and said, the air was good today. Air conditioning was great. It was a smooth start. And it was captured by Leslie Armstrong. We have a little video to show you. I think, Leslie, you told me it was called 2 days and 2 minutes? 2 weeks? That makes more sense, because I'm like, this is more than 2 days. Okay, 2 weeks and 2 minutes. I want to just point out, today was opening day of school, and half of these photos are from today. So think about that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these 2 weeks. a lot of joy. It was a very joyful day. And Leslie, I know you put to be continued because you're planning to add many photos. She already shared with me, Mrs. Armstrong shared all of the events she's planning to attend this week. So lots more to come. That'll all get posted on our website, right? It was a great day. And lastly, for the superintendent's report, I don't know if you heard, but your superintendent is indeed retiring. And so I am handing this over to Dr. Woke to give a little update on the superintendent search.
So I was trying to figure out how to intro that. And
You're welcome.
thanks.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to say, like, hey, as we excited about the first day of school, it's also Dr. Glickman's last first day of school as she starts her last year as a superintendent with our district. And we wish her the best, but we'll save that for later. So what I'm here to talk about today is next year. We just began the school year this year, but everything that we'll be working for is actually going to happen this year, but we'll have a new superintendent next year because of it. So earlier today, we were on a phone call with BWP, the consulting firm that we've gone with to conduct our superintendent search. We did some planning, and working with them, we will start some of the focus groups on Thursday, September 4th. What that will be is they'll be on site conducting focus groups with many different stakeholders. There'll be some smaller groups, but what I really wanted to share tonight is that we want to get out that at 3:45 we will have an all-staff focus group. Details to come. We're going to put the agenda together so that everybody knows. But at 3:45 on Thursday, September 4th, we'll have an all-staff focus group. And then later that evening at 6:30 here in the Falcon Room, we will have a community focus group as well. Again, more details to follow. And then the week of September 8th, we will be sharing a survey with our community to seek feedback from the community along with the focus groups.
Any questions about that? All righty, then that's it for the superintendent's report.
Congratulations on your last first day. Yeah. So we should have cake all year long. Is what we should have. Year-long celebration. That's right. Could have hot pockets too. All right, I need a motion to approve this evening's consent agenda, please, including the personnel addendum that was shared with us earlier.
I'll move.
Okay, any comments or questions? Nope, okay.
Hune,
Aye.
Halverson,
Aye.
Mack,
Aye.
and Weedman.
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. We have a couple of action items here to go through. Need a motion. The first one, need a motion to approve the resolution for the hazardous road conditions, which is what we do every year.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay.
Weedman,
Aye.
Mack,
Aye.
Hune,
Aye.
and Halverson.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. And secondly, I need a motion to approve the 2025-2026 miscellaneous and substitute wage rates that were presented. I'll move.
I'll second.
Okay.
Hune,
Aye.
Halverson,
Aye.
Mack,
Aye.
and Weedman.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. All right, on to funding update. I'll hand it over to Mr. Wellman.
No. That side? Oh. Wasn't on. That makes a lot more sense. All right. There we go. Good evening, members of the board. Tonight I'll be providing an update on several recent developments in state and federal funding that directly impact our fiscal year 2026 budget planning. We'll cover 3 areas: federal title funding, the evidence-based funding tier allocation, and changes related to Senate Bill 3606. So as always, I want to ground our discussion in our mission: empowering learners, creating equity, and cultivating community. Funding decisions are a major way that we make sure this mission is achievable for all students. Presentation connects directly to Strategic Plan Goal 3, our finance goal, as well as in alignment with Board Policy 4:20, our operating fund balance policy. Okay, so here's the agenda. We're just going to go straight into title funding. Okay, so on June 30th, the White House administration temporarily impounded $6.8 billion in previously approved federal allocation funding, affecting key programs like Title IIA, Professional Development, Title IIIA for English Language Learners, Title IV-A and B, Enrichment and After-School programs. As of the week of July 28th, ISB successfully, the Illinois State Board of Education, successfully advocated for the release of these funds. And grant applications will be open soon. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about that because we have one that's just actually open today. Again, Title IC, Migration, Education, Title IIA, Title IIIA, and Title IV-A. So we're monitoring the grant windows closely so we can maximize our eligibility. As of today, Title II was released to us, totaling 92,167. That includes a carryover as well as our allocation of 70,000. So our allocation this year is 70,660 with a carryover from the previous year. Title III is open for application, but we have no allocation as of yet. So we're seeing the changes. I'm getting a high thumbs up. That's good for us because we had, in the previous discussions a few weeks ago, talked about that was not going to be received at all. And that's what we were hearing from all the communication from the federal level. So good news, good news. Our fiscal year 26 evidence-based funding allocation was released on August 1st. CCSD remains a Tier 1 district with 72% adequacy. I just want to pinpoint that 72% adequacy does not include the levy that we made with the abatement. It still shows that we're at the previous year's levy. As of next year, we will start to see the benefit of that, which will probably push us into a higher tier, which we fully expected it to do because we'll have more local funding available. Our local capacity target will be higher, and that will push us into a higher tier. But as of right now, we remain in Tier 1. So, for comparison, the FY25 tier increase was that number there. It was 1,852,400, and our tier increase for this year is $1,147,530, which is a 38% reduction in our tier allocation, and that's $708,870 less than we received the previous year. We'd budgeted 1.65 million, so we were not expecting 1.8, but we didn't expect we were going to receive 1.1 million. So this leaves us a gap of about $450,000 between what we expected in the budget and to what we were going to receive. So why was this? Why have we got this reduction? The main reason is because the CPS, the Chicago Public School System, last year it moved into Tier 2. It's now dropped back into Tier 1. So as I've previously explained, the Tier 1 bucket of money gets allocated to Tier 1 districts until it's finished. And then it moves to Tier 2, and then it moves to Tier 3, which is zero, virtually nothing, and then Tier 4 districts get pennies on the dollar. So the difference of moving CPS back accounted for an extra $35 million of the total $300 million which was available. They talk about $350 million, but it's actually $300 million because $50 million goes to the property tax grant that all the districts apply for, so the ones we never get. So $35 million extra going to CPS means less for us, which if the numbers, you would look at it, it probably makes a lot of sense. So that's not great. It's not great news at all either. I'll go on to the third update. In June 2024, Senate Bill 3606 amended the Children with Disabilities article of the Illinois School Code. The change expanded state reimbursement to include public special education day schools, which were previously excluded. So this was something that lots of the advocacy groups which were involved in this area had wanted for a long time to have equal treatment, and that's what ISB calls placement neutral, putting equal amount of both private and public in terms of their treatment under the law. While this enhances fairness, the bill does not include new funding. Instead, the costs are being covered from the existing mandated categorical pool, and for us, this means our budgeted revenue is overstated. And that's the amount that is currently overstated in the budget. See that one? So moving forward, we continue to monitor the budget impact because we're still getting our title allocations as of today. So as they get added back, we'll keep adding those back into the budget, and it will obviously help offset some of the decreases that we've had to make on our revenue side. We're still going to hold the public hearing on the September 17th, and I think this plays into those updated projections because we need to really, really have a firm understanding of the assumptions as we move forward, specifically for mandated categoricals. I don't believe, and I don't believe from ISB's kind of insinuations that we're going to see any growth in those mandated categoricals. So that pool of money is probably highly likely not going to grow at all. Hopefully it will be held harmless at best so that we can receive the same amount of money. Unfortunately though, those mandated categoricals have growth in expenditures each year. So if we are spending more but the pool of money isn't growing, that means greater proration. And that's something that's not obviously great. The state has signaled that it really wants to prioritize making sure that that $300 million of the evidence-based funding going to Tier 1 districts is the highest priority. So that's the number one priority, and then less mandated categoricals, which they're mandated categoricals for a reason, means that we have to do things for them, but it's highly likely that over the next few years we'll see increased proration. And that is my update today. Questions from the board?
I go on. So a couple weeks ago, Governor Pritzker signed a bill talking about mental health screenings for kids. Is that one that you're talking about would fall under the categoricals that doesn't get funded? Or is that going to be something that we might see something coming from the state level to help with?
So this is a perfect example of legislation that gets passed with all great intentions, and then the budget gets formulated, and if it didn't have it, it would be an unfunded mandate. If it does, it obviously would be a funded mandate. I am not aware of any specific funding about that, but I'm aware of Heather, are you aware of it either? I'm not aware. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of
I
any
didn't see
specific
anything
funding
in it
that came with
said
it.
was going to be funding.
I don't think that it comes with funding specifically. What I think it comes with is a free tool to use. So at the moment, we're not looking at it being something that will cost us.
Great.
But of course, that remains to be seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Other comments or questions? Nope. Thank you, Mr. Wildman.
Thank you.
Oh, we're moving right along. We have no new business on our agenda tonight, so we can just sit here in silence and elongate the meeting if you'd like. Or move on to topics for new agenda items.
Yeah. Now we're on. September 3rd, we have summer facilities update and summer technology projects update. So I think we'll have some more photos for you to see on September 3rd. September 17th will be the first of the new kinds of meetings that our board has asked for, where we're spending most of a board meeting on a finance topic. So September 17th, we will have an update from Wold. We'll do a financing update from Raymond James. We'll do the public hearing for the fiscal year 25-26 budget. We'll do the proposed timeline for the 26 levy that evening. We also will be having, we'll also start that before we have that meeting, we'll have a policy committee meeting. So we will also tack policies onto that meeting as well, just a first look at policies. Unfortunately, the way the year will run, we won't be able to have a meeting that is completely devoid of other topics, but hopefully we'll be able to go through those policies quickly. So that's it for September 17th. On to October 15th. We'll do another policy committee meeting if we need it, if we haven't gotten through everything on the 17th of September. October 15th will be our first visit from our GMS students. We have our Way of the Panthers students coming that evening to do some presentation and then to sit at the board table. And again, we'll have policies. And that is what I have for you so far into the fall.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Glickman.
Yep.
Do we have any public comments that snuck in? No? Okay. Okay, we do have a closed session this evening, so we're going to end the regular meeting here. So everybody, congratulations on your first day back at school, and enjoy a 33-minute board meeting, and go home and relax and prepare for the rest of the week. And I do need a motion to enter into closed session this evening for the following purposes. Public Act 5 Illinois CS 120/2C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity, and Public Act 5 Illinois CS 120/2C2, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees. I need a motion.
I'll move.
A second.
Okay.
Hune. Mack.
Aye.
Halverson.
Aye.
And Weedman.
Aye.
Okay, great. And we do not anticipate any further business taking place after the closed session, so we will adjourn directly from there. Good night, everybody. Get some rest, and have a great day tomorrow. Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break.